Hey everyone, this week we are going through Passion Week and the description the Bible gives us of Jesus' last week prior to his crucifixion. On Tuesday of Passion Week, a lot happened. But let's start at the beginning. That morning, Jesus and his disciples woke up in the little town of Bethany, about 2 miles east of Jerusalem. As they were walking into the city that day, they walked past a strange sight, a fig tree dried up from its roots. Peter pointed it out to Jesus, and with good reason, because the day before, on Monday, Jesus had looked for figs on the tree and not finding any, he cursed the tree, and the tree dried up. Peter pointed that out to Jesus, and Jesus used that as an opportunity to stress to Peter and his disciples the importance of having faith. The importance of faith would play out during the rest of the day. As Jesus entered into Jerusalem and made his way closer to the temple, he was approached by the religious leaders, who instantly began questioning and interrogating him. Jesus spent the rest of the day in debate with the religious leaders of Jerusalem. As the day wore on, Jesus began teaching in parables, trying to get the point across that God was offering a kingdom. God was offering himself to his people in the person of Jesus. But the people didn't believe. They would not accept him. As the discussion and as the debate got further on, and it became clearer that they were absolutely not going to accept Jesus for who he really was, he began to denounce them. Jesus began to denounce those who did not have faith in him. As he peeled away from the religious leaders, his disciples were exasperated and probably a little confused, and they wanted to try to perk Jesus' spirits up or maybe try to encourage him in some way, and they began pointing out the stones of the temple and how magnificent that building was. But Jesus explained to them very calmly that the day would come when there would not be one stone of the temple left upon another. Jesus' discussion is contained in Matthew 21 all the way through the end of Matthew 25, where we find some of his most important teachings about the days to come, the future, and what it would look like when he would come again, and his reward for those who remained faithful, waiting for him. And as he finished these parables, and as he finished the teachings to his disciples, as they began to leave Jerusalem and return for the evening, he said this in Matthew 26, verse 1. When Jesus had finished all these sayings, he said to his disciples, "You know that after 2 days the Passover is coming, and the Son of Man will be delivered up to be crucified." Then the chief priests and the elders of the people gathered in the palace of the high priest, whose name was Caiaphas, and plotted together in order to arrest Jesus by stealth and kill him. And so Tuesday ends. Wednesday would bring even more momentous events.